All right, everybody, it is time to update the grease project. Before I get started on that, I am going to ask you to please do all of the things. You know what they are. All right, so this is a project that was created by Becci Trevett, and it is based on the movie Grease. The project is called Pan is the Word, so it also uses the hashtag Pan is the Word. This is a project she did in collab with the Fantastic Ladies group on Facebook. She decided to do it as a 6-month project. So from June 16th through December 16th of this year, she gave us 20 prompts and just let us have at it however we wanted. So we are doing monthly updates, but other than that, it's kind of a free-for-all, which, you know, I love those things. The first thing that I have in is grease. This is a hair product. I brought in this, my Suave coconut oil, and I started this right there. Last month we were there. We are now empty. I did finish it off. So I used 25.4 grams of product to kill this one off. You will see that in my empties. But that is a prompt that's rolling out. Yay! Okay, then we have Pink Ladies, a pink item or pink packaging, something like that. I brought in the Mary Kay micellar water. You can see where my really wonky lines are because I can't draw a straight line, and because apparently I can't even draw one without going over it twice. But that is how much we have used from where we started to now. This went down from 99.5 grams last month to 90.5 this month. Trying to get better about it, trying to remember to use it, but it'll be in here for a while. Okay, then Beauty School Dropout, an item I won't repurchase. Well, that is my Ordinary Buffet. This is the product that I believe this is the one, if I'm not mistaken. They had 2 versions of this, a regular one and then something with copper peptides. They changed up the formulation, and that's the reason that I decided that I was just going to stop using this when it's gone. So you can see where my lines are, where they were, and once again, another lovely wonky line. I've got to get a better Sharpie, you guys. This is just pathetic. But we went from 66.3 grams last month to 62.7. So, still got a ways to go. I'm hoping that, well, I got about less than half a bottle, but I'm hoping I can get this done in the next 2-3 months, something like that. All right, then we have Pyjama Party. This is an item you would use in the evening or overnight. For that, I brought in a Bath & Body Works aromatherapy spray. This is a sleep essential oil mist in lavender vanilla. I wrote it down as lavender chamomile, and it's not. It's lavender vanilla. They don't make the lavender chamomile. Now, I last time could kind of see through the packaging to see where I was. This time I can't, because it was here when we started, and then here. Now I've used quite a bit more, but I gotta be at least this far down. I don't know. It went from 46.8 grams to 40 last month, and then 27.7 this month. So I'm getting a lot more usage on it. I'm finding that I do like it a little better than I thought I did. Still don't know that I love it. I still do like the old formulation better, but it's not horrible, so it's not a bad thing. All right, then Jive. This is a product for your hands. I brought in my Ahava Dead Sea Mineral hand cream. This is a 1.3 ounce container. This went from 30.3 grams to 19, and I had it in a toothpaste roller, but we're getting so far down. Ooh, and there's an air bubble in there. But this is mostly air. We are very down to the very end here when I had it in the roller. So I will definitely have this done next month for you, but there's still just a little bit left. I might have to cut that open. I think we're getting close to that point, and I will. The stuff is incredibly nice. And this is kind of an oddball, and you probably don't need to know all of this, but I have very, very dry skin, which you know. I have very dry heels, and that actually is it's a nice thick enough lotion that I can put it on my feet at night, and it does help with some of that dryness. So if you don't want a foot lotion or something like that, but you want a really good lotion, that's a good one. Like I said, I don't know that that matters for anything. All right, then T-Bird. So this is something with black item or black packaging. I brought in my Lancome Genifique, which we cannot see through while it is in the black. So this went from 143.0 grams to 137.3. Now this, I have been doing a little bit of in and out of town type of thing, and this one, I have a loose hair on my face. It's making me crazy. This one has not been coming with me. So you're going to see more progress probably later on, but I do have another trip still this month. So it's going to take me a little while to get through it, but that's okay. I might actually bring it with, I'm not sure. Then you're the one that I want, a product you really want in your collection. This is the Guerlain that I had to have, the Abbey Royal. This is the Youth Watery Oil. This does have a scent. It does have gold particles in the bottom, so when you shake it up, you get all of that. And I don't always shake it. Sometimes I just pull the dropper out and use it because I don't need anything else glittery on my face. I make enough of a mess. But you can see, because this was full, we're halfway through this bottle already. This is only a half-ounce bottle. And we went from 66.8 grams to 60.7 grams. So I love that. I'm going to try and baby it a little bit because I do want it to last, but it's so nice to use. It feels so amazing. All right, then Summer Nights, an item best used in summer. I went with the Euphoric Sun Song Summer palette. My goal in this is to use each shade 3 times. My hands aren't working really well. So I've got my little post-it or my little index card in there with all of the shades laid out. Now I'm going to pop a picture in because you can kind of see I am wearing some of this today. And today what I went in with was printing, and then I did, what did I do? I did Empress, no I didn't. What did I do? I don't remember. But I think I did Empress Gao, and then no I didn't. That was what I did not do. Sorry you guys, I have a bit of a headache. I'm having a little trouble thinking. I went in with printing. This is what's in the more transition area. And then this one is in the crease area. So these are the 3 shades I used from this palette today, just to give you some color idea there. They're lovely. These shades are soft, subtle, but they are truly beautiful. So I don't remember how or why I found this palette, but I thought, well, you know what? I want to try it. So I grabbed it, and I have no regrets. So far, I've used printing once, I've used aesthetic twice, painting once, song once, beauty twice, Empress Gao twice, and then all 3 of these on the bottom, I've used all the 3 of those colors once each. So we still have a ways to go on this, but I am rather enjoying it. It is a very nice palette. But it's staying in the project for now. And the reason I don't give you all the names is because some of them I know I will mispronounce, and I don't want to offend anybody because I know that I'm not going to be saying them correctly. So I can probably hold that up and you guys can see the names maybe. Yeah, see, you guys can see the names, and you can see why I would perhaps not be able to pronounce some of those properly. So those of you that are better at pronunciation than me, there you go. All right, then the next thing I have in is Hopelessly Devoted to You, an item you cannot do without. Well, if you saw my haul, you know that I have stocked myself up on this stuff because I can't live without it, apparently. This is the Lancome Tony Comfort, and this is a toner. This I use as a serum because it is a nice thick toner, really with the hair today. So since last month we were there, and then this month we are here, I am getting through. This went from 53 grams to 41.9, and this does go with me everywhere. So that'll stay in until that bottle is empty, and then I'll probably use one of my larger ones to refill it and take the tape off and start over with something else, just because it makes it easier for me. The big bottles are really hard to keep in my everyday makeup usage, so I usually just use them to refill the smaller ones, and that's easier to travel with. All right, then the beach. Something you would take to the beach with you. Well, for that, it's going to be a sunscreen. So I brought in this Supergoop sunscreen. This is the sheer screen. This has an SPF of 30. This was just a 10 milliliter bottle. This one, I don't know if there's anything I don't think I can get anything out of it. I didn't cut it. Okay. Well, no, I can't really get anything out. I didn't cut it open, but I don't know if you can tell or not. On my finger, it's white. There's just that little bit of white there. And it doesn't seem to leave a cast, or at least not that I've noticed, but I really still prefer the unseen sunscreen the most. So I did use 10 grams of product with this. This is an empty, and you will see that in the empties. So that means I had 2 rollouts for this project. And that, I thought, was a good place to be. I have several in that are a little bit more long term. And like I said, we have 6 months on this. So I wanted to kind of make sure that I was getting through all the prompts, but not necessarily just blowing through all of them and not being stuck where I couldn't add more. So I am going to add 2 more today. I don't even know why I'm rambling. Anyway, I'm bringing in Sandy and Danny. So this is a duo product. And for that, I thought I would bring in the other Cover FX monochromatic blush duo that I have. This one is in Pink Dahlia. It does have the mirror on it, but that's what that looks like. So you've got the matte and the shimmer, and I just take my brush and go across because I like to shine. We know this. But what I'll do is I'll show you what each of these look like. And I honestly think that, truthfully, color-wise, I like the shimmer a little bit better. But when we blend them together, which I will do, it comes up with a really nice color too. That third swatch is them blended together. And it's a little bit heavy-handed, but the shimmer shade, because of it being lighter and it's more of a pinky, where this has a little bit more of a peach tone to it, combining them makes it a really nice, pretty color for me. And there's the chair again. All right, so with that, I'm going to just bring that in for a goal of 5 uses because, like I said, I just sweep my brush across both. So I figured that sounded reasonable since I have a few blushes going on. And then we have Leo Crater Face, the leader of the Scorpions. So this is supposed to be a face mask. And you guys know that I have the skin issues. I don't do face masks. But what I will do is sheet masks. So I am bringing in 3 of these. Obviously, you can see that this is a Lancome Genifique mask. These things are a little bit expensive, and I've gotten them in sets of things. So 2 of them have the little folders with them that tell you like all about it. Yeah, I don't know if you guys care, but they do sell these individually. These 2 were part of gift with, actually all 3 of them were gift with purchase. So not the normal resale, but they do sell these by themselves, and I don't know if it comes with the folder or not. So I figured I would bring these in for face mask. Kind of cheating, kind of not. That's what I always use for that. So that is what I am doing for that. And those masks, by the way, I've used them before, are really nice. They're very expensive, but they're very lovely. So that's the whole thing for the project. Let's talk this month about the hand jive. Now, if you remember the scene in the movie, I don't need to explain this to you, but that is one of the main scenes of the movie is the characters dancing to the hand jive at the school dance. Okay, so I was thinking about this and I'm thinking, where did this come from? Who did this song? What do we need to know? Well, okay, so the meaning of hand jive, according to Wiktionary, I think is how you pronounce that, hand jive, or plural, hand jives, is a dance associated with rock and roll and rhythm and blues music of the 50s. It's a pattern of hand moves and claps at various parts of the body, following or imitating the percussion instruments. Wow, I really am having trouble talking today. So let's talk about the song that's in the movie is called Born to Hand Jive. And so that song itself was actually written by Jim Jacobs and Warren Casey. It was first live performance of it was on February 14th, 1972, and then there's a U.S. release of it, the first recorded release, also from 1972, was Johnny Casino and Company. Now, I don't know why. They have a listing of live performance by one band and recorded by another. I have no idea how all of that works out. But the one that's in the movie is the Sha-Na-Na version from 1978. So there was some question about, was the hand jive a thing before Grease? Well, yes, it was. It's a classic hand pattern. It's supposed to be easy to learn, fun to perform, blah, blah, blah. You can learn it like in 11 easy steps or some silliness. But it's most famously seen from Grease. Now, its origins, though, we're looking at going back to the 50s. Well, considering the time period, the way it was set of the movie, that makes sense that would be part of. Do they do the stroll? I'll have to look. I can't remember, but you guys might be getting the stroll from me at some point too. So I wanted to just give you a little bit of background on the hand jive. Now, there is also, like I said, the song that's in Grease is Born to Hand Jive, but there is also a song called Hand Jive, or there is a Hand Jive too. Not Hand Jive lyrics. I don't want Hand Jive lyrics. Okay, so if you look at where the hand jive originated, it said that a self-employed freelance photographer, Ken Russell, recorded a group of teenagers hand jiving in the basement of the Cat's Whisker Coffee Bar in London. Now, I don't know about that. Hand Jive, Betty Smith Hand Jive, was released in April of 1958. It was popularized in the U.S. by, now this is the one that comes up as being like more of the origin. Johnny Otis did a song called Willie and the Hand Jive. And that is probably what most people are going to attribute the hand jive to, or where it kind of where it came from for the US. The one that was in London was actually in 1957. So I'm not sure how it got from London to US. I don't know if there's differences between them. But basically, that's what you the original hand jive song is considered to be the Johnny Otis one, Willie and the Hand Jive. It was released as a single in 1958. It reached number 9 on the Billboard Hot 100 and 5 on the Billboard R&B. So what I'm going to do, just because we've got a bunch of different things going on here with the hand jive, I am going to try, and if I can find the link for it, I'm going to give you that how to hand jive in however many steps. I'll link the video for that below. But I'm also going to try and get you a copy of Willie and the Hand Jive from Johnny Otis, because for the US, that really is the big thing here where our hand jive comes from, if that makes sense. I know there's some of you that are out of the country and probably have it from different places, but the one that you're seeing in the movie, since it's a US movie, I think is based on all of the information I'm giving you now. I'm not 100% on that, but I just wanted to talk about the hand jive a little bit. And no, I cannot do it, by the way. I'll have to learn it myself from the video. No one ever taught me. All right, that is everything I have got for you today. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. I truly appreciate it. Check out Becci, the Fantastic Ladies, and the videos down in the description box. And I think that's all I got. So until next time, everybody, thank you so much. See ya. Bye.